All right, am I good? Perfect. All right, so basically, earlier you were talking to one of my lovely fellow students who had a beautiful rainbow top, and I love that. And
Allow her to finish, please.
you said you need to be responsible for your own orgasms. Yes? Okay, with that being said, why is it that a lot of the times people with uteruses have to carry all the responsibility that comes with getting pregnant?
You mean women?
I think there are people. I didn't want to get into this topic.
You already did. I mean, can you be a man with a uterus?
Yes. I didn't want to have the gender discussion with you.
This is what they teach here, guys. I'm telling you.
I didn't want to have the gender versus sex discussion.
Well,
I wanted
you brought
to
it
have a
upon
discussion
yourself.
about
That's
abortion.
fine. Okay, what is your contention?
Okay, so basically, why is it that people with uteruses have to carry all the responsibilities that come with having a pregnancy? Because this is true, but he just said you have to be responsible for
hold on.
your own orgasms.
The law is very clear that if the father abandons, they owe child support. So that's actually not clear.
Okay,
it's
but
actually
a lot
not
of the time
case.
it's like, you know, there's like one night stands. There's the cases of like
Then
you just
stop
get
having
knocked up.
one night stands. Like, you don't have to have sex. It's not like a thing you need to
You said
do.
you had sex, and now you have to live with the consequences.
Yes.
So both people should have to live with the
Yes,
consequences.
and here I am with this radical idea that all of humanity embraced for like 2,000 years, which the best way to live is to get married and then have sex.
But
I know
that
it's
is
against
not the reality of our society at this time, and we all know this.
Well, exactly. But what is there anything stopping you from doing that?
No.
Self-control is a virtue that every kid should re-embrace.
Still happens
No, of course.
outside of marriages.
Yes.
And you were saying that because you have to be responsible for your own orgasms, does that not mean that a male or the person who contributes the sperm, okay, a biological male,
Contributes the sperm? So we're no longer. No, see, she said male, but then she said now we're just sperm donors. That's what we are now.
I'm just saying
Do you
that
see how like the trans thing just like you don't never know what to say? It's just so comical, but yeah.
So the person who is a biological male and contributes to that pregnancy, they don't have to live with those responsibilities just because they are not married. But that's not fair.
Yeah, that's nature.
But that's not fair, and you just said that you should be responsible for your own orgasms.
Okay, yeah, a lot in life is not fair. Women have to menstruate. I don't. Not fair. Okay? Also, there's things that men have to go through that women don't have to go through.
I'm saying that males should have to contribute just as much to a female's pregnancy if she is going to carry said thing.
Fair. Let me hold you to that standard then. Time out. Therefore, if a woman is going to have an abortion, is it 50% the man's decision?
If we hold males to this responsibility, I believe that they should, like, you know, at least be able to, like, have a say. But that
How
is
big of a
my
say? Like
personal
10%
opinion.
or 20%?
In the end, it is a female's body, and they have the right to decide what they do with their body.
Okay, but to just to play that out, if the baby is a baby girl in there, doesn't that baby girl also have a right to decide to her own body?
We're still they can't even make decisions yet.
Exactly. So then isn't it best not to terminate them because they can't make decisions?
You're still not answering my question.
No,
How
no,
are we
it does.
supposed to hold the person? Because you just said that pregnancy comes from two people, does it not? And you're supposed
yeah,
to be
that-
responsible for your own orgasm.
Yes, I know how
Correct?
reproduction works. If your contention is that men should be held more accountable for impregnating women, yeah, of course, the law already reflects a lot of that. That's why child support decisions go 99% against men, okay? The law is way in the woman's favor. A lot of times it should be
But
because...
a lot of the times in one-night stands, that's just like simply like not the case.
Okay, so what is the contention then? Then we must make it easier for one-night stands? I mean, like...
I'm trying to say I don't think it's fair that like you are going out of your way to say that it's not okay that the person who has to carry that child...
but just understand how silly what you're saying. You're using the word fair. The
It isn't
utmost
fair.
unfair thing is to...
You don't have to deal with the stigma.
No,
You don't
time
have
out.
to deal
Let
with
me
the bills.
finish what I'm
You don't have
saying.
to do-
Let me finish what I'm saying. The most unfair thing imaginable is eliminating a life from being able to live and flourish. That's the most unfair thing. Murder is the most unfair thing. At all. I mean, definitionally, that's unfair. You eliminate a life from being able to flourish. That's unfair.
As a person with a uterus, if I did get pregnant, I would not want to carry said pregnancy.
As a person with a prostate,
And I don't have sex, and that's not anybody's business, but
but But let me just, again, I don't want to ask about people's personal lives. I'm not that interested in that.
I'm saying if I I'm put in an unfortunate situation, and a lot of the times there's there's borderline kind of rape, sexual assault cases that does happen.
Less than half of 1% of all abortions are in that category.
You can say that, but
It's
also
from the Guttmacher Institute, which is an abortion.
But what do we really know? Because a lot of the times, statistics, according to
That's Planned
who was
Parenthood's
it?
own data, just so we're
It
clear.
wasn't Planned Parenthood.
It was the
actually.
Guttmacher Institute, which is Planned Parenthood's research arm.
Okay,
So,
according to the National Sexual Violence Resource Center, apparently about 1 in 5 women experiences
this is
rape.
complete garbage. Just so,
It is not.
Want me to prove it to you?
How
if,
is it not?
If you guys, if 1 in 5 women experience sexual assault or rape,
Yes.
then we would have the same levels of rape as the Congo. Okay? I want you to
Is that
understand-
not possible?
No, it's not just impossible. It's pathologically insane to believe that 1 in 5 women, that we have third world levels of violence,
so
sexual
shouldn't we
violence
be
and
doing
rape.
something about that then?
No, meaning that the report.
I fail to see
no,
how
meaning
you're
that- no,
you're discrediting something instead of just acknowledging that it could genuinely be true.
No,
Two things can be true at once.
It's not even close to being. Just so we're clear, it's that it's 1 in 5,000. It's not 1 in 5. Okay. No, the idea that 1 in 5 women are raped or sexually assaulted in this country has been so disproven. In fact, they
Says
say, well,
who?
Well, let me prove it to you.
Because we have
So, no,
lots of stats. And
let-
this
let
is
me-
actually
let
on
me
the
prove it to
lower
you.
end. I've heard
Okay.
higher stats.
They
This is
say-
on the lower end.
Let me prove it to you. If they say college campuses are rape culture because 1 in 4, 1 or 5 women get raped. If that's the case, why would women ever go to college campuses? Why would
because they
parents?
want an education?
No, hold on. It's more dangerous than going into the Democratic Republic of Congo. I mean, the point is that it's so materially insane to think that 1 in 5 American women will be raped in their life.
It is. I agree.
No, meaning that they're lying about being raped, that they're lying about being sexually
You
assaulted.
believe that people lie about being See,
all
this is
the
actually
time.
this feeds into what I was
All the
saying.
time.
This feeds into what I was
Brett
saying.
Kavanaugh
actually.
had 11 fake accusers. One guy, 11 fake accusers.
This feeds into what I was saying. Do you know why a lot of people probably don't report their sexual assaults and rapes?
Well, because there's a lot in the gray. There's a lot in the gray area. Alcohol's involved. It was consensual, and then it wasn't consensual. The girl
Consent
was.
can be removed at any time.
Okay. Again, now we're getting into murky gray area stuff, right? Where if you have two, like a fraternity guy and a sorority girl at age 19 hooking up, both 5 drinks in at 2 a.m., and all of a sudden she removes consent. Yeah, that's a murky middle gray area. And excuse me when I say.
She still removed consent, did she not?
Okay, but again,
if he continues to go onward with that encounter, then he is sexually assaulting her.
Again, that is such an unfair categorization.
No,
Again,
it's not.
It's very case dependent, but almost every one of these cases involve a lot of alcohol and a lot of forgetfulness and a
But
lot
what about
of
other ones that don't?
and a lot of late
there's
reporting.
cases of marriage rape, and people don't report those because of how much stigma there is. People don't. They don't want
I'm
to.
not doubting that rape happens. I'm contesting
But
this
I'm saying
ridiculous,
that
outrageous
if you
statistic.
should get pregnant from these cases, and you said you believe that people should be able to get abortions in
No, I
cases
don't.
of rape.
No, actually, I
yes,
said
you did.
I said
yes,
let
you
me
did.
say. I said I actually don't believe that. I said let me, for the argument's sake, say that. But I actually don't believe
I
that.
thought you said that. You don't.
No, of course
You don't.
not. Because let me tell you
You
what.
would make somebody carry their rapist
If
child.
I have 2 ultrasounds, I have an ultrasound here of a baby conceived in rape, and an ultrasound of a baby from a loving marriage. Which one is which? Which one is which?
Wait. You would
Make the baby live, yes.
You would make someone carry their rapist child.
Yes.
Do you know how insane that is?
Oh, you know what it's like? How it's saying? It's you know what? I would make it so I can't murder my cameraman. You know how insane that is?
That wasn't even a pregnancy that they consented to. That isn't even something they consented to in the first place, and you would make them carry that? It's not even
human rights are not dependent on the method of conception.
To their body.
Human rights are not human rights.
They have to carry that child, and they were violated in the first place. Do you know how insane that is?
And then you're going to do a third wrong because of 2 evils. When does that always morally
what if
defensible?
you don't want the child? And
just because you don't want a human being doesn't mean you get to murder that human being.
But your argument was based on don't have sex. You can't control if you are raped.
Again,
you can't control that, and you know that.
99.9% of the time, that is the case. Less than half of 1% of the time, it's still a question of human rights and human dignity, of which that human being deserves rights. Let me ask you a question. Somebody in this audience was conceived in rape. Do you know who?
No.
Because they're just as much a human being as we are.
That
you don't
wasn't
get
the
special
argument
rights.
I was making.
Because everybody deserves the right to life, regardless of how horrific or evil your method of conception is. I'm not justifying rape. I think rapists should go to jail for the rest of their life, maybe get the death penalty,
but you still
and
think
get castration.
That their victims should have to carry the child that they did not want.
I don't believe in giving the death penalty to an unborn baby because of what the rapist did. That in no way is morally defensible to say we should end a human life.
I don't know how it's morally defensible that you think it's okay.
Because life is special and beautiful regardless.
But you're taking away the person's right who has their body violated in the first place to make a decision about what they want to do from there.
Again,
that's two crimes on one.
Do you agree that murder is wrong?
I do, yes.
Okay, then we should stop murdering unborn babies.
I think it should be up to the person who has to carry the child.
Okay, again, that's not morally defensible in any category. Can I murder my 3-month-old because it's out of the womb?
No.
What makes it different than if it's out of the womb or in the womb? How is it more or less a human being?
That's still not the argument I'm trying to make.
No, it is. It absolutely is. The standard must apply equally to all human agency and action. We are talking about morals.
Right, so but you just said that they deserve the right to have their choice, right? Like that child deserves the right to be able to live.
Yes.
But you're also taking away the mother's choice.
Oh, no, yeah, you do not have the right to kill another person.
Right,
that
but you're taking the mother's choice about what she wants to do with her life.
You never had that choice. You never had a right to kill another human being. That's what I'm saying. Fundamentally, the pro-life argument is at the core, you do not have the right to take another human life.
So you're like radically pro-life, as in like no matter who,
because I
even
believe,
in cases of incest,
yes,
in cases of...
Yes. All human life is special, made in the image of God, and we are called here to protect all life, regardless of the method of conception.
But you're not protecting the person who has to carry that child. That's a double standard.
But she still lives. She lives after birth.
What quality of life?
Okay,
it's not even her fault that she got pregnant.
Just to be clear, that is eugenics.
Now you have to have her entire life changed because of something she didn't even choose in the first place.
That moral standard is eugenics. If you say that you should be able to eliminate other human beings because it makes your life difficult, we could just kill millions of poor kids because a lot of moms are saying my life is difficult because of them. It is not a moral standard that can be applied to any other dimension. Thank you for your time. I have to get to another question. Thank you.